We all like to say in the church that we have a personal relationship with God. And I had a friend once who doesn't follow the same tradition that I do. And she said, I thought you said you had a personal relationship with God. And I said, I do. And she said, no, you don't. Your relationship looks just like everybody else's. And that really hit me because it really did. I listen to the same music. I do the same things. I go at the same times. I do the same ministry in the same ways. And I never...
It really required a defining yourself, you defining what your relationship with God is like. You have to understand in yourself who He is without somebody telling you who He is.
There was an expectation, especially by the time you hit your 40s, that you've achieved a level of spiritual maturity and growth and understanding and knowledge that it's your job to sort of pass that on and to mentor people in that. And when you find yourself not in that place or not that person, or you don't necessarily agree or see the same things, the same ways, you don't really have the freedom to ask questions. In fact, I did try to ask questions, and one of the responses I got, which I thought was interesting, was, you're not alone in the way you think, but we can't, or I can't, specifically the woman I spoke to, I can't follow you down that slippery slope. So that was a situation where I was left alone.
These could be questions that really they feel like should be understood.
Yeah, by the time you're at a certain point in your Christianity, I came to the Lord when I was 8, so by the time you've been doing this for 30 or 35 years, they're really disappointed that, really, you don't know if the Bible is inerrant, really? You don't know why God allows evil? You don't know this by now? And I think they're very disappointed in that. But then I think when you search your own heart, I think a lot of people have those questions, but they aren't willing to face them because they are scary, and you don't know where that rabbit trail is going to lead you.
Right, and a lot of times, if you get somebody to even talk about it, what you end up getting is really a pat answer,
or steering the question in a certain direction. Well, I thought this, but I ultimately know this because the Bible says so, or the church says this. So ultimately, we're going to steer you back to this point, and then sort of wash their hands with it.
And it causes them, if they really answer the question, it causes them to have to search inside their heart to decide what have they experienced and what have they felt about this to really give you an answer. And I don't think most people want to do that.
You come in and you're given the box of Christianity. You open it and I believe this, and these are all the prepackaged, neat, tidy things, and you just need to believe it. Very rarely, you're not encouraged to really challenge those things and question them. And like I said, I guess it's just because they don't necessarily have the answers either. And so to have to say that out loud, I don't know the answer. Maybe they think that discredits them, but I don't. I think the honesty is more helpful.